We're on. Oh wow, we already 15 people.
We just
You guys,
started.
I hadn't even looked at my phone yet. I'm turning everything on, and I look, and we're already at 15. Now we're at 37. Wow!
It's Friday, Dawn.
It's
Everybody
Friday,
wants
43.
to see what's happening.
Good morning, everybody. Look at what we're doing today. Aren't these just the cutest? Thank you, Leanne, for making these. Thank you, Kelly, for doing the demo today and showing us how to make these. I cannot wait. Good morning, Teresa and
Hey, Dawn,
Karen.
I'll be right back, okay?
Lori. Do I already have to do a commercial break and we just started?
We just
Wow, it's a busy day here. Look at Kelly's little workstation here. If you're just tuning in with us the first time, it's Dawn and Kelly from Memory Bound in Iowa. And we normally are back in our classroom, but the classroom is all set up for our holiday open house. So we're back here by punches. It's the only space we could find in the store because we are a pretty full store. We had the fire inspector here this week, and I told him we were going up with our racks. I said, we're going to go up. And he's like, you got to stay 18 inches below the fire, or the smoke, what do you call those? The sprinklers. So I said, well, I guess that cuts out going up any higher. So, hey, Katie, you got any words of wisdom to share with us today? We're on a commercial break while we're waiting for Kelly. Hey, Katie made some more of her countdown, her Grinch countdown, your, what did you call them? Your countdown kits with the Grinch countdown with all the cute
talking about
bags.
sprinklers?
So if you saw them yesterday, she's back.
Yeah.
She's back.
I want to thank Michelle because she sent an email because we started talking yesterday about college.
Yeah.
Kids. And making countdowns for the college kids. Oh, well, hello.
Well, here. No, I got it. Okay.
don't go anywhere.
Tell about it, and I can post that later. Too.
Okay. Oh, I guess I could just do this.
Yeah, that's what the.
I feel like it's like a breaking news entry.
It is a breaking.
Oh, this breaking news.
Breaking news.
Yes, thank you to Michelle. She actually went through. We talked about doing December, like looking at a calendar that has the national holiday, so to say. Which Jason said that today's National Donut Day. Jason, my husband.
Donut Day is 5 times a year.
I know it is. That's what he said. He goes, well, because he was following me out of the house, and he said, well, I'm going to go get a donut. I'm like, why are you going to go get a donut? It's National Donut Day. And I said, I think that happens, like every month.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Because I'm pretty sure it's in the summer also.
Yeah.
Because I went and got donuts for here.
So you can go get donuts later today,
All
too.
right. Works for me.
Okay. But back to Michelle's. She took the December days, and she made an entire list of everything that happens in December. Everything, like a national holiday each day of December.
I love it.
And she gave an idea of what you can give in your countdown calendar. But some of my favorites, so I went through, I just want to share my absolute favorite was, well, this one was really good. So one day is breakfast day on the 17th. Or no, maple syrup day. Sorry, maple syrup
day. Okay.
And so you can give them a gift card for breakfast.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was like,
that's
wow.
cute. IHOP.
And on the 18th is answer the phone like Buddy the Elf. Do you know how to answer the phone like Buddy the Elf?
Gosh.
I don't.
Happy.
No. Hi, this is Katie. What's your favorite color? So on the 18th, I am going to answer the phone if I work. I would say, Memory Bound, what's your favorite color?
Oh my gosh. Well, we're putting you on the schedule for that day.
Oh, wonderful.
I love it.
People, yeah. And then if you're a Seinfeld fan, were you a Seinfeld fan?
Yes, back in the
Festivus?
day. Festivus?
It's Festivus Day on the 23rd.
My gosh.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Oh my gosh.
And then
That's
we
cute.
will air our grievances on Festivus Day.
On Festivus Day.
Yes.
I love it. They air their
anyways,
grievances every
do.
episode.
Schedule her that day.
The 23rd I will not be working because we don't want to have Festivus.
We don't want
I have to bring my metal pole though when we air our grievances.
Oh my gosh.
Lager Day on the 10th.
So get them some beer.
A bottle opener. Isn't that a good idea?
Cute.
Yeah. So I am going
But
to
do
do
you
this.
really want to give your college kid any more incentive to drink more beer?
A bottle opener? Sam looks for a beer. I know.
It could be pop.
Exactly. What pop comes with the popper? So yes, this was really good, and I already made some notes. And actually
cute.
There's Short Girl Appreciation Day she wrote down, and then Short Person Appreciation Day.
Oh my
I'm going to start that one myself.
Here,
yeah.
Here's Katie's little end.
Hey.
Katie's hiding.
I don't like to show them off just to anybody. So thank you to Michelle. This was absolutely awesome. It's on the second. It's Fritter Day.
Fritters.
Yeah,
Boy,
so
those are high
donuts.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, so donuts. Yeah,
my mom loved fritters.
Yeah, this is just great. I loved it. I kept saying last night, "This is so amazing, Jason." And he was like, "All right." This is great.
That's exciting.
No, until I said it was Festivus Day. Then he was really happy.
I just want to let you know, Oshra is on her way.
Here?
Yes, she's on her way.
Yay!
I think
How
it's
pleasant.
their crop weekend. They're here cropping.
Oh,
Not here, but in the
Oh, is it the
area.
Camp Sunnyside
And
one?
she's bringing her friends, and they're all coming
Oh,
here.
wonderful. Yay. So,
well, thank you, Katie.
yes, you're welcome.
Thanks
Oh,
for the
Michelle,
great-
yes,
we got
this is
more of
great.
these more kits of Katie's countdowns, so those are good.
yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm
Oh,
trying to look at what other
boy.
days I had that I liked.
Boy,
App Day.
boy.
iTunes. Are we cutting out?
Are you done?
Oh.
Yes, I am.
You're not. I mean, you don't have to be done.
don't have to be.
don't have
We can get the hook and pull you off the stage.
You know, news people no longer have paper. They are on their iPads reading the news. So
Well, I guess I need to update.
yes.
I call it typewriting paper instead of computer paper. So.
That's what I called it, typing paper. We're showing our age.
Yeah, exactly.
Showing our age.
Okay. All
Have a
right.
good day.
Thanks, Katie. Okay, I'm trying to read all the messages and
there a
still.
lot?
Yes. Okay. So they want to see the punches and the Elizabeth Craft turkey die. We just got a box in the back. I believe the turkey die should be in there. Cheryl is asking about that, and the mail lady just brought that. Cody, Wyoming. Wow, Carol,
that's-
you get around. That is awesome.
Did you want me to open the box
Well,
and look? We can do
Well,
that.
sure. Okay. Look at this is some of our freight from yesterday that we never
a lot.
got to. I'm embarrassed to show this room.
Well, go
Kellie?
out there and show something else.
Right? Oh my gosh. Everybody's anxious for your demo today, Kelly.
Oh, good.
Need to
Oh,
post
gosh, this is-
pics of that list. You have a talking billboard behind you. Oh my gosh, you guys. You always make, let's see,
Don, we're looking for the turkey.
turkey. I hope the turkey's in there. It's a little quiet in there. I haven't heard.
I haven't gone, oh, bingo.
Okay.
Oh, the turkey's here.
Okay, the Kelly says the turkey's here.
Here it is if anyone wants to see it.
Okay, there's the turkey. Hopefully that's the one you wanted, Cheryl.
So we'll get Diane working on that. And
Yes.
now that I made a mess of her stuff,
All right, what is the size of the candle bit? Looks too big for the wall.
the size of the what?
Uh,
Candle?
calendar. Looks too big.
Oh, Katie has it on 6 12 by 12 sheets of paper. So they're 24 by 36, but you could put them in a basket, a little bucket. You could hang them on a little rope. I think a banner would be really neat. You could hide them around your house.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Check out yesterday's video. It's really a cute project.
Okay, all
Are
right.
we ready?
Well,
we've got new stuff to show, Dawn.
Okay.
So we're going to make
Boxes
Leanne's
being
trees.
opened, yeah.
We're going to make Leanne's trees. But before we get to that, we had a lot of freight yesterday, and you could tell because you saw the boxes. But this is new, and this is a tablet of paper from Vicki Booten,
It's mixed media
mixed
paper.
media paper.
Mhm.
So it's got like a clear.
Isn't that fun?
That's very neat, and I'm
Her
feeling
packaging.
it for everybody, and it's really thick. Feel that, Dawn?
Oh, wow.
It's really heavy. It's Foundations Mixed Media Art Paper. It's 140 pound, and it's $9.99 for 12 sheets.
Oh, sorry, Lois.
That costs about like
sorry.
cardstock. That's about
How much was it?
It's $9.99 for 12 sheets.
Oh, wow.
That's a pretty good price.
yeah. I'm sorry, Lois. They wanted to see the box being opened, and I'm trying to scan as fast as I can. Everybody's commenting today.
I could go open another box.
Yeah,
there's want to do that?
We should. Yeah. We should, because there is a good box in there.
There's lots. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am. Because I think there's few people waiting for these.
For these?
For these boxes.
Well, this stack came in yesterday. It's all from Simple Stories, and I'm pretty sure it's all their brand new that people don't even know about yet.
I think there should be Hearth and Home.
And yes, and Winter Garden, which is going to be my personal favorite, which is another one of those. Do you think I got my blade out a little too far?
Don't cut your arm off,
I don't want
Kellie.
OSHA in here, but it's a little. When people are watching you, it's not easy. You know?
I know.
And then I'm worried I'm going to open up the wrong box. Oh no, here we go. Okay, here is the Weathered Garden.
Oh,
I think I called it Winter Garden,
yes.
but it's Weathered Garden.
Yes, I forgot that this one was coming.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
Beautiful.
I love it. And how did they come up with that? I just don't know.
Yeah. So that's Vintage Weathered Garden.
Yep.
And that has some beautiful
those colors.
Muted colors. I love that.
The muted greens.
Then there's the line. Hopefully Kelly's opening up the right box. Is it under door number 1 or door number 2?
I don't know.
We're looking for Hearth and Home, which has been hugely popular when they've been showing it.
I'm afraid I lose. Here's more of the Winter Garden. Oh
no, this is it. Hearth and Home.
This is Hearth and Home.
Customers have been calling and requesting.
Have they really?
Yes, they're in the book waiting for this line.
Okay, well I'm going to have to go. We're going to have to go to
have
one
to
more
go
box.
deeper. We're trying to find at least a collection pack. I've been waiting. Becky says she's been waiting for the Hearth and Home. Well, it's here.
It's here. We just need some time to get it all
busy back here.
processed.
Will there be a kit in the future for that collection? It could be, Donna.
Boy, I'm feeling lucky.
Are you? Do we need to go to
I think you need to go buy us some donuts, Dawn, because I'm feeling really lucky. Okay, here's the essential kit for Hearth and Home.
Oh my.
And see, I love that gold color, so I really love this.
And what is neat about this is it's for home. You know, like for family. Things that you might do even for Thanksgiving with your family, getting together. That's what I love about this line.
I can't wait to see the individual papers.
And I think I've seen online somebody has done a cookbook with this line.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's
I
a
like
good one.
this right here. Life is better when we're together.
Absolutely.
So, boy, we had to open 3 boxes, and we did it. 3 out of, I don't know how many are here, about 12.
Lois says, let's make a deal in the back.
That's what it's like, isn't it?
Let's make a deal.
Well, thank you, everyone, for watching us open boxes.
Okay. 49 in Market. We have not gotten anything new from 49 in Market yet, but I know that they have been busy creating. So, we will be getting anything new from 49 in Market.
We are reloaded on the Peace and Joy, though. We've got, I think, pretty much, and in the leaves. We've got a lot of those collections. Okay, we've got some foil back in. So we have a lot of people doing foiling. And you know what, Dawn? I had an interesting question yesterday, and I had the same question a week ago. A lot of the things that we print here, some of the cut-aparts, the inserts, they're printed with our laser machine, so they are toner, so you could foil those.
Good.
So that's kind of cool. And then back in stock are those storage bags, the large ones from Avery Elle that a lot of people like. They've got a little flap on them.
Sydney wanted to know, is the feeling frosty in those boxes? I'm
not sure.
I have no idea. I don't know if
we'll
that
find
was
out.
That might have been a later ship. I guess we
I
have to
bet.
go ask, or we'll have to go look.
Okay, and look at these little sprinkles that came in. They're
I know.
Yuletide.
Yes.
Little stockings.
Look
And
at
Dawn,
those.
here's 2 other ones that you can show.
There. I think they can see it now. Gosh, those are so cute. And those are called Yuletide?
Yep, and that one, the name is on, Pearly Snowflakes.
I'm trying to get my camera to focus. There we go.
And then these we've had before, these crystal stars, but they're back in stock.
Yeah, those are neat.
And they're really neat. Oh, and look
Amy,
at this.
it is Christmas every day here.
I'm so glad
Yes.
you ordered this, Dawn.
Aren't those
this
fun?
is $1.29, And I think those you could use in a lot of different projects.
How many do you get? Is it just the 8? Okay. We get asked a lot for handmade by, and we do have some stamps coming that say that, but then I found these stickers, and so you could also use these too.
And then we had one more sprinkles, the snow crystals.
Let's see. There we go. Yeah, those are cute.
And here's another one.
Well, hi, Sharon. Sharon's coming from
called
Burlington
ice.
today. Oh, and these are like water droplets.
And Jennifer, our Jennifer came in last night and did all this pricing for us to help us keep up. So thank you, Jennifer. Oh, and then is this the new?
It's brand new.
Okay,
It's
here's the new
Stickles.
Stickles gel. And is there a third
There
one?
should be 3 colors.
Here it is.
Yeah, look at those.
And Dawn,
for
you've used
holidays.
the other gel quite a bit.
I love it. You can put it through a stencil. You can put it on with a spatula. It's fun.
It's $3.99.
Those make great backgrounds.
That was a good idea for them to do these colors.
Especially those 3 colors for right now.
And then
How much for the sprinklets? I
think
the
there's-
sprinklets are $3.49, like these little Christmas ones.
I think that one might be.
Gosh, those are cute.
Okay,
gosh,
and then
look at the
back
little
in
Santa
stock,
hats.
speaking of glitter, the Clear Rock candy is back in stock.
Okay.
And the little bottles of glossy accents, which are nice. Katie used these in her project just to accent little ornaments or little berries. And it's clear, so everything shows through. And while we're talking about Ranger, okay, this is it. We were sold out of these. I didn't think we were going to get any more. We were told they weren't available, and we got a huge shipment yesterday. These are the crayons, the holiday set number 1. And Teresa just did a whole crayon demo on Monday. And I'm so happy these are here. So if you didn't watch Monday's video, go back, check it out. Teresa showed you some really fun ways to use them.
Okay, can we see the handmade stickers one more time?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can like put your name right there.
Kim says to put them like on the top of a jar of homemade jam, pickles, or relish for
yes.
gifting. I love that.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Or
and they're-
cookies or anything.
And their craft, cute. Great
That's a
idea. Thank
great
you
idea.
for mentioning
You're
that.
probably going to have to order more of those, Dawn.
Yes, I
Sorry
think
to say.
Now that I have
Now that we know what they
now
are.
that we have that idea.
Okay, and then we have quite a few stamps. And this one's from Colorado Craft Company. It's $4.49.
Oh,
and it's
here's
called
the
Handmade
one.
Mini.
Yep, made especially for you. It says, I made this myself, handmade, masterpiece by me. Can't you tell? Ah, that's funny.
Oh, that is funny. Okay, and then from Art Impressions, look at this.
It's brand new.
This is brand new, and it's a die and a stamp, and you can do all that piecing. I'll flip it over. I don't know if you can really see very well the
Sure.
different layers.
Yeah.
It's called the Christmas Truck Set, and it's $26.99.
I think there was somebody waiting for that one.
And then back in stock,
Frostable.
Frostable's stamp and die is back in stock. And remember, if you pick up the die, get the paper. There's a cutout paper that's all printed, and it fits the die.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Back
we're
to
gonna,
jar?
Yeah,
Back
we're
to
we're gonna have a commercial break. Okay. I thought this was the funnest idea. Okay. I'm so glad. What are you doing? Oh. Oh my gosh. Katie, you just never know where Katie's hiding out. Okay. My daughter, I was showing this to my daughter the other day, and she's like, Mom, that is the coolest paper. And she goes, can you get me 2 papers? And she's going to make a set of matching, what do you call it? Well, she's going to take 2 papers. She's cutting these out, and there's a die that coordinates with this.
Here's the die. We just
Well,
got it.
no,
that's
that's the different one.
That's the other one.
Okay, but there is a die like Kelly just had, and she was going to make a matching game for her 3-year-old daughter.
Oh, I love
Isn't
that
that
idea.
fun? So, and that would be something that could go in Katie's bag for one of the days
Oh,
for a
yes.
special thing to do. So buy 2 papers of these, and they're $1. And what a fun, cute game this would be for a grandchild. So they have to match up the ugly Christmas sweaters. So very fun.
I think I like that, Dawn.
I do too. I'm like, I want to do that myself.
I
think
so
I'll
these
be
are
playing
all
that with
different.
Morgan.
How did they come up with so many different designs?
Yeah, so you just buy 2 sheets then. and then you can have a matching game.
Very cool. Very cool.
You could probably do that with
I bet Frostival is like that.
Frostival.
maybe.
Might be like that too.
All right. Well, let's move on here. We got in. Oh, here's a really nice snowflake
that is a
stencil
good
for
one.
$5.99. It's called Snowflakes.
And you could put the new stickle stuff through
Yes, that would be really cool. Yes, couldn't you see this blue?
Oh, Donna said she's been looking for a matching game for her granddaughter. Well, Memory Bound has it.
We got her. Then we got in some penny black stamps. This one is called When Snow Falls, and it's $17.99. And I really like the font on this.
It's, if you listen carefully, the silence is beautiful, like snowflakes. We are beautiful in our own way. Oh my gosh, that on some snowy tree paper would be awesome.
So that is called When Snow Falls. And then another penny black. This one I think I might have to get.
Oh, this is a good
This is one of their
evergreen.
watercoloring ones. It's called Delicate Pines. It's $13.99 for Delicate Pines.
Cute.
I could make that rhyme, Dawn.
Katie is here all day. Katie's working today, so they're wanting to come.
They want to come see
Katie's
Katie?
fan club is wanting to
Oh
come
my
see
gosh.
her.
All right, this is Trilling Trio. Now, Trilling Trio, and it's $13.99. It's another one of their stamps that you can do watercoloring with.
And that cardinal.
Or just stamp it. Cardinals are so special, especially this time of year. Don't you just love it when you see one, Dawn?
Absolutely.
Okay, there's a couple more from Penny. Oh, there's several more. And this one is Autumn is Calling.
Thankful, grateful, and blessed.
And it's $17.99. It's one of
If
their
you're making
clears.
Thanksgiving cards, this would be a great set for that.
Yeah, it's a good one to have. It's 3, 6, there's like 11 different stamps on there.
Cool.
So you can really spread the fun on that. And this one's called Hug a Snowman.
Oh my gosh.
And it's $15.99. And I'll flip it over to the back, Dawn, because there is a cute sample back here with the bunny rabbit and the snowman.
Cute. And you could do in the pine coming down there.
Do the little light stamping of the pine. And then we got a couple smaller ones here. And this one is called Snow Beauty, and it's $9.49 for Snow Beauty.
Okay.
Oh, this next one is really different. I've not seen this before. This is He Is Born. So look at it's got the die up there.
For mountain.
It's $12.99, so go tell it on the mountain. It's got the whole, okay, I got to flip this over too.
Okay.
Because look at, you got the whole thing there.
My.
Because then you could put the Jesus
Wow.
Christ is born. You could even put that on the inside if you wanted to.
That's a good idea.
I've not seen them do the die like that. Have you?
Nope, not penny black.
So good ordering, Dawn. And then we have a couple that came in from Honeybee, and this is Bitty Buzzwords Holiday. And we have the regular Bitty Buzzwords, which I have myself actually. And now here's one for the holiday. And then I assume we got the die for that one. I don't see it in our basket, but I'm assuming that we got the die in. I'm not sure. But there's Bitty Buzzwords.
I don't remember.
And then here is the word joy, and this is $16.99. And remember, you get the
three. Three dies.
all 3 dies.
Shadow, dotted, stitched shadow, and then the word.
Okay, I think that's it for now with our new stuff.
Okay, Kelly, what was the name of this line for the ugly sweater?
Isn't it
Tula and Norbert Christmas Party.
Christmas Party?
Is the name of the line.
You'll find that out in
find the
collections or in new.
paper.
All right, I'm really excited about these, Dawn, because
Yes, of course.
we were out of the holiday set 1 crayons, and they're back.
They're
Okay, are we
back.
ready to make Leanne's trees?
I think we have a lot of people waiting for this today.
Okay, now this is Leanne's tree demo, but I'm not Leanne because she said I could do this for her. She offered it to me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just wanted to show a couple of her samples because Leanne made all of our samples, and it's nice to make things in odd numbers. So make 1 tree, 3 trees, 5 trees, make a forest if you want. But we picked out some different styles. Like in this one, it particularly is more of a traditional paper. And it's from Echo Park. And I'm sorry, I was going to go look up the name of it and I don't remember. And then this collection here is from Make It Merry. which Katie's used that. We've used that quite a bit. And notice she tied little bells on the top with some twine.
So cute.
This one she decorated with some a snowflake on the top, and that's a little chip tile from Tim Holtz, but you could stamp something.
We do have some of those wood snowflakes coming. I
That's
don't
perfect.
think they're here yet, but they're coming.
Okay, those are different. I'm going to show those last. And then this one is from the Vicki Boutin Warm Wishes, which is a kind of a non-traditional color of paper and things. And what else is cool about these, you can make them two-sided. Leanne put these stars on the top of this, which is also from Warm Wishes, which are amazing, and they're going to go with just about any line because you get your traditional reds and greens, and then you get some pinks and some teals.
Or you could paint them too.
And this is $5.49, and you get 50.
That's a
so
great
those
deal.
would be really nice.
And you know what? I think you could even use alcohol ink on those
Probably.
to color them.
Probably. So if you want to make them two-sided, she's got this star here. I would just put a star on the back, and
Good
then it would be
idea.
back to back, and you could set it maybe in the middle of your table.
Yep.
These
Great
make
idea.
nice gifts. My daughter and my sister and sister-in-law, we made these a couple years ago, and we had a lot of fun making them. So you can put bells on the top, die cuts, punches. Oh, I've got stuff piled up here, Dawn. And we're going to show you how to make them. And then I guess I'll mention these before we get started, because Leanne made up a pattern for her trees. And these trees are not folded accordion. They are actually, use the pattern, cut them out. You cut two of them out, you get some batting, which we do have this batting. I should have brought it over. And then she stitched them together. So they're actually sewn together, and she varied her stitches with straight and zigzag. You can do, however you want. She's inked them, she sprayed them. And then somebody here at Memory Bound found these little ornaments and stuck them on the top, which is super cute. Very cute. So that is a different one, but we have her pattern, and I'm going to show you how to use it. Leanne's pattern, her first pattern was this. And then Leanne got a little creative and made a couple other sizes. So her pattern is 2 pages of 12 by 12 cardstock. It's got the directions here, and you can read them or you can watch what we're going to do, because we're going to actually make one of these. And these are available for $3.49. They're not a download because they're on a 12 by 12, and most people don't have the option to print 12 by 12. So they are something that's available to order online or pick up in the store. Oh, Diane's so good. She went and got the batting. And we've got lots of room for it here, too.
Thank you. Thank you. What I like about this batting is it's the really nice, old-fashioned. It's got texture. It's got the nubbies. And it's $5.29, and you would get tons and tons. It's 34 by 45 inches, and you would get tons and tons of trees. So if you're making these trees for your Thanksgiving activity in the afternoon after the guys go watch football or the girls go watch football, whoever wants to make these.
It would be a very fun activity.
It's a very fun activity.
Pick out some paper that you like from any of the collections. And I actually brought a sheet of petite prints. This is what I'm going to make one of our samples out of today. And this is the Doodlebug petite prints, and I like it because it's a small print. You'll notice some of these trees have been inked and some of them have not. Like these that Leanne made, they have not inked the edges at all, whereas this one has been distressed to look a little bit more, I don't know, distressed. Vintage. Thank you, Dawn.
Distressed.
And she's also distressed the edges a little bit with the distressing tool. I don't know if you can see it, but they're roughed up a little bit after she cut it out.
Looks like maybe they've been in your Christmas box a few years.
Yeah.
Depends on what look you want.
And the ones that I made a couple years ago, I made some really soft blue and green because that's the colors I really like. All right, so I'm going to start out with, I've already cut one out, and I'll show you that in a little bit. So I've already cut my pattern. This is the other half of my pattern. And you can easily get 2 trees out of one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So you could trace your pattern if you want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it right on here on my paper, like so. And you could put some washi tape on it, I'm going to get out my big scissors, and I'm just going to cut around my pattern, since this is the first time I've used this pattern. To me, this is like the easiest way to just do it. And I just cut that off. And I'm going to cut here. I guess I should be showing everybody else and not just looking at it myself.
The log slices, we sell the log slices. They're
Oh, yes,
$1.
thanks for mentioning that.
They're $1, and you would just get a drill, a little fine drill, and put those, then you can put your dowels in them. Now, the dowels are sold separately also. It's just the pattern that you get. You get 4 different size patterns for the is it $3.99 or $3.49?
$3.49.
$3.49.
And there's 2 large patterns and then 2 other sizes. Now, we didn't pre-drill these log slices that you can purchase for $1 because there's different sizes of dowels. So depending on the size you want, like on these, Leanne has a really thin ones, and she actually inked all of this with some distress ink. Some of them she's left. Here's one that's just, should I say, naked?
And that one's got a larger dowel.
Yeah, so that's why we haven't pre-drilled.
Yeah, you need to drill the hole to the size of the dowels that you are using.
Leanne's here. She says, so far we're doing okay.
You're doing great.
All right, we're doing great.
Here's
well,
Leanne.
say hi to Leanne, because this is her design, and I don't know when you first made these
I
trees.
think it was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Now, Hope says if you use the old decorative cutting scissors when you're cutting out your trees, I like that
Yes,
idea.
we did have a customer come in the other day, and they said they use pinking shears to cut their
Pinking
paper out.
shears.
And you could do that the same with the batting as well. So other suggestions coming in from customers are much appreciated.
Yeah, let us know what you think, or if you've made these before. I do love the idea of pinking shears or decorative scissors to cut them out. I think that would be amazing. Okay, well, we've got our pattern cut out, and then I'm going to lay it on my scoreboard, and we're going to score every 3/4 of an inch. And you could do this with your trimmer if you have a scoring tool, whatever you have. If you wanted to freehand fold it, if you want to mark little 3/4 and freehand fold it, you can do that. That's a little more challenging, but it can be done. So, and one thing I learned, because I thought maybe I should have scored my paper before I cut it out, and I think that actually, if you're making a couple trees out of one sheet, that could be a very smart thing to do. But I didn't do that. So I'm going to put my scoring tool right here on the 3/4, and I'm just going to go down, and then I need 1 1/2. And then 2 1/4. I'm going to try to do this math in my head really easily, Dawn. And this is how I found it easy, not trying to like find it here, but just going up to the 3 and then coming through. And 3 3/4 and 4 1/2. Now, I made one this morning, and I will tell you that I scored on the wrong thing.
Imagine that.
But you know what? I just redid it, and it was fine.
I was going to say, if I were going to make a lot of these, I would mark my scoring board
a good idea.
with the marks so that you know that it's going to be easy to follow along. And Mary says to use a wooden thread spool to put your trees in.
Oh, yes, I love that idea.
That's adorable, or any kind of wooden spool. It doesn't have to go into a tree ring. It could be anything.
You might put it in a arrangement. If you had like a arrangement, maybe a poinsettia or some greens, and you just stick it in there. Now, I forgot where I'm at here, Dawn, so here's what I'm doing. I'm in my groove, and I'm going backwards, so I'm at 10 3/4 or 9 3/4, so I got to go. So if you forget where you're at, just take your bone folder and go right up to the top.
Okay, and Kelly, now I forgot who asked, but these stars are under warm wishes. So if you go to new and go to Vicki Booten, you're going to find warm wishes, and they're chipboard stickers. Chipboard stickers is what they're called, and they are
I didn't even know they were stickers.
$5.49.
And here's the examples where Leanne used them on these trees. And she actually, it looks like she added a little glue underneath of them just to make sure that they held up.
Yeah, I would too.
Especially with a home decor.
3/4 on a smaller tree. So if you were going to make a really small tree, would you still use 3/4?
Leanne did on this. This is one of the smaller ones, and she did. But I've made them with 1/2 inch before, you know, you could make them 1/2 inch. You have to have enough room to punch your holes. I don't know if you can see it there. And we're going to show how to do that. It's probably blocking it.
There you go.
I think you could do a 1/2 inch if you're using a smaller stick. Okay, so the other thing I learned from Leanne's trees, well, actually she's done it both ways. Oh no, she hasn't. Okay, on her trees, the side that she has showing, she has the bottom folding up. So if you want to do it that way, you can, but like I said, it looks good both ways.
Mm-hmm. Beth, she scored at every 3/4 inch mark.
So I think I'm going to make this a gingham tree, so I'm going to
that's
fold it
cute.
now.
I think gingham would be awesome.
So we're folding it, and I guess I've got my bone folder here.
And Christy said to wrap your spool with twine or ribbon and put your dowel into
yes.
it. That would just be, I can just see
A
that.
spool would be amazing. I'm sure there's a lot of other things.
You know what, I want to do that. I wonder if I still have my whole jar of wooden spools that I had at one time.
You're going to have to go home and look, Dawn.
I am.
So I'm folding this like a fan.
Are the scoring measurements on the tree pattern?
Yes, there are directions on the tree pattern.
But are the scoring measurements? It
Yes.
just says every 3/4. I think they want us to say like 3/4, 1.5.
No, we didn't do that. But you could write it down. You could easily figure it out and just make a list.
And I was going to say, and we could do that after the video too.
So here's my gingham tree.
Cute.
Or my grass cloth tree, whichever, from Doodlebug. And if you want to ink it, I'm just going to ink this one just so I can show how to ink it. Oh, and you know what, Dawn? I brought white ink.
Very fun idea.
I brought some white pigment ink, so I think I'm going to do that. And I didn't bring an applicator for this, so I'm just going to kind of go like this along my little sides. And you can kind of see it there.
So if
Maybe
you were
I should just
using
kinda
like,
go like
a
this.
dark pattern paper,
Yeah,
the
it would
white
really
would be
show.
really fun.
And I think this ink pad is getting a little... We have the Hero Arts Unicorn White, and I think that would be a nice choice.
Now, most store owners, we would be using a tool,
proper
proper tool, but since we're a live video, we're just using the ink pad.
This is like...
But normally, we would
Yeah, I would have got an
recommend
applicator for this. I didn't bring one. I'm sorry, everybody. But you know how it is.
Oh my gosh.
But, and you're right, on a dark tree, this would look really nice. I think I might add a little brown with it, though. So I do have a darker tree here that I've made ahead of time out of wood paper. Isn't that kind of neat, making
Yes,
one that's
that
wood?
is fun.
So you can kind of see how the white, I don't mind just putting some on here. So I think especially on the edges, I think the white would be kind of fun. So
Yeah, Carolyn, if you don't have access to the wood, we here in Iowa have lots of trees, but styrofoam, absolutely. You could get little blocks of styrofoam
yes.
and wrap ribbon around them, or
there's lots
some
of
moss.
options. I think if you go to
Just some moss and put your dowels in them. Absolutely, that's a great idea. We forget that not everybody does have
I do forget that.
access to trees.
Well, that's why we've got those tree rings available, tree bases available for people.
The Merry Mail, you know what, Lois? I do believe we had Merry Mail earlier in the week. I can't say that it's still here, but we did have it earlier in the week.
We'll have to go look for it. Okay, so I've got, I went ahead and did a little inking. I'm going to fold this up just like so, and then I'm going to punch it with my Crocodile. And your Crocodile, has a smaller hole and it has a larger hole, and it's going to depend on what size of dowel you're using. And on this one, I'm going to use a really skinny one of these thinner ones. They kind of remind me if you want to have a shish kebab. And maybe you have some shish kebab sticks at home that you can use. So I'm going to use the smaller hole for the Crocodile, and see, I'm putting it right there in the middle.
Okay.
And then I'm going to punch it.
And that just goes to show how good that
it is.
Crocodile tool is.
Crocodile's amazing.
Do you know the name of this wood paper that you use, Kelly?
I have it.
It's wood on this side, and then it's got this.
It's from Echo Park Winter.
Echo Park Winter.
It's this. There's the other side. I cut out 2 trees.
It should be under new, and if you go to Echo Park Winter, the one side is plaid, and the other side is the wood.
I don't know where I would have cut the strip off at. I don't see it here. Okay, so I'm threading my little stick through, and we have lots of wood papers.
Yeah, not just that. We have a lot from Simple Stories.
And then look how cute that is, Dawn.
That's adorable, Kelly.
Isn't that really cute?
And you could ink your dowel if you wanted to, if you wanted it green or white.
So there I just put it, I would add a little bit of glue to my stick here just to hold it. And see how it goes.
Cool.
Okay, so then I'm not going to put a top on this one because I think Leanne showed us lots of different ideas for tops. On this wood one here, I did put a cute little top on it, and I do want to show that. And I think Leanne put some of these bows on hers. Now look, if I want, it looks pretty cool in the blue plaid also.
Mm-hmm. Just put a
and
ribbon
the
on
other
that.
papers I picked out that I'm probably not going to make today because you don't need to watch me do the same thing again. But this is another paper from that collection from Winter, and I think this would look really good. And then I have this paper here that's all from the Echo Park Winter. Because your trees don't have to be Christmas colors.
No, they
and
can be
if you make
winter.
them winter, you're going to be able to have them out a little bit longer.
Well, what's really neat is you could make any colored trees to match your
can.
home decor, whatever decor you decorate for the holidays. There's certainly a paper out there that would coordinate with your
I
home.
had a hard time, Dawn, because I thought about doing pink, because a lot of people decorate with pink for Christmas. And then I decided to pick something out wintry, and then you can keep them out a little bit longer.
I'm thinking I need to make some trees with Morgan to put in her room.
Yes.
Oh my
that'd be so
gosh,
fun.
to match. When you said pink, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, Morgan would
Yeah,
like
you
pink
could make
trees.
Christmas trees
For
like
the
that.
kids. Fast, cute hostess gift. Deborah, you're right. That's a really
Definitely.
good idea.
Okay, so what I wanted just to show how to make this little topper, because this is an easy thing. The bells are just fun and cute, and we make these little bows a lot, and I don't know, maybe we've shown it before, but I'm making it with this twine, this jute twine, and this comes in several colors. I recommend and it goes with everything, so I use this on cards and things like that quite often, and you can get a lifetime supply for $19.99. This roll has 400 yards. And this is
a little bit.
It's a lot. And I just keep it on my desk. And I use it all the time, whether you're doing a formal, fancy type of thing or a casual. It's just nice to add a little piece. And it's not bulky.
Kelly, I don't want to stress you out, but your sister is watching.
Really? Oh, hi, Tracy. All right. Okay, so we're going to make this little bow. And I've cut off a piece that I need to set aside. It can be as long as you want, not too long or it gets bulky. And then you're going to wrap it around your fingers like this, however many times you want. And then I'm going to take it off and I'm going to cut it. And you can kind of see it forming. Looks a little bit like what we're making. And then I'm going to wrap it around here and tie it. And this is kind of the awkward part. If you have a friend or a house husband or somebody that could help you, hold on to it while you're tying it. Otherwise, you can do it. And then I just tie it like so. And you have a cute little bow. And you can trim those off. You can tie that on with that. I just tied the bell right on with that.
So cute.
This is a little wobbly because I don't have my stick glued in and it's coming through the bottom.
But as soon as now, do you hot glue it or did you use liquid glue?
I am going to use liquid glue because that's what I have here. Leanne used hot glue on her bases.
So you could use either.
Right.
And then they want to know, do you use the same patterns for the stitched trees?
Yes, she used the same pattern. So instead of, scoring them and folding them, you're just going to cut them out and then put them back to back. Now this is the
And cut your batting, put it between there, and then do the stitches.
and she cut her batting a little bit bigger, and that's what I would do too. And I think
I know, I like
the
that.
pinking shears, Dawn, would be really neat on that.
Or scalloped, or any of the neat old. We all got them. As long as we didn't get rid of them or give them to the kids, we would all have those scissors. And then it looks like she sprayed this one with some
I think she used some of that new spray.
mica spray.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
really
Leanne
fun.
got very creative, and thank you, Leanne, for making me look good today. I think, but I do appreciate Leanne coming up with
Everybody
the
is loving this.
Well,
Kellie.
good. Well, they're fun. I remember they're kind of a throwback because we had these, like Leanne said, 2 years ago, and they're just fun to make. Like I said, if my sister's watching, she was there the night we made them at our house. So it was a lot of fun, and hopefully you can make these little bows now, which you could do that with ribbon also, but the twine seems to really work.
Now we have several customers saying to make them in pink, and then you could use them up through Valentine's Day, which gives me another idea. Is what about doing these with a heart?
Yeah.
And making an accordion heart, or
Absolutely.
or even a stuffed heart with the batting too. I think would be really fun.
It would be very neat, and you could even put like kids' pictures on the top of the trees.
Oh my gosh, we just have all kinds.
We've got
of
bells you can tie on top. I'm going to move this over here.
And we do sell the batting. The batting is $5.29, and you get 34 by 45 inch. It's the really nice.
It's
thick,
already. It's not white. I think it's the natural
yeah, it's
color,
real
which
natural,
makes it look a little more
thick,
vintage.
nubby. It's awesome, and it inks well, and it just gives it a really warm, cozy look.
And Dawn, if you show both of those trees, they're the same papers. The one she did the batting with, but she just distressed it, and then the ones down there is the same collection, Make It Merry from Simple Stories, and it just shows you the different looks that
They
you
don't
can
even
get.
look alike, but that's very true. And does this one have? I just wanted to show everybody the back. So there's that one. So she used the same. Nope, she didn't.
She
use.
fooled us. Leanne
Oh,
fooled
look
us.
at that. Oh my gosh, let's see what's on the back of this one. The stripe. So really fun.
They're
love
just
those.
nice decorations. We put ours out every year. So Dawn, the other thing is we do have some bells. If people would like to get some bells to put on the top. And then someone found these stars. These are $1.29 for 2 little wood stars, and they would work on the top also. And the one last thing that we didn't do, but I think would be kind of neat, if you were making your trees, you could add these pearls. If you were making maybe a more formal, maybe even a shimmery paper tree, or you could add some red gems.
Yeah, if you had
Gems are my favorite.
A fancy dancy decorating.
And I think even adding these gems to this would be really neat.
Cool. And then Karen says that you could do the stitching with stamps or rub-ons instead of a sewing machine. Absolutely.
Or you could use your
Absolutely.
Posca pen.
Oh, here we go.
You guys, I just got mine yesterday because we got a whole bunch in. So this is a Katie pen, and you probably need to do it before it's on your stick. But you could make some little stitch lines, which I'm doing it on the fly. And again, this isn't very dark paper, but it would show a lot better on a dark paper, and then you could do some doodling or whatever on the edges.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe should I do it on
I
this?
tell you what, Kelly, our viewers have lots of ideas. She said you could even color the pearls, Lisa
Oh,
said.
sure.
With your alcohol ink and
Yeah.
color them whatever color
Put that
you wanted
mushroom
to.
on them to make them look
Oh,
vintage.
vintage. Ooh, I like that idea.
interrupt this live TV.
Okay.
Oh, Maggie's here.
Someone would like the bells, and she wants you to scan over them, and
Okay.
then she'll tell me which bag she
well,
This
okay,
is hilarious,
here
you
we go.
guys.
Here we go.
All right, and
So these are the, let's see, the 9.52 millimeter bells. We have the 1/2 inch bells. And then these are the silver 1/2 inch bells. And then we have a mixed bag of bells. And then if you all heard us talk about Maggie's bells the other day, Maggie colored hers with slate and
Silver
mixative, and that's how she got a old vintage-looking silver bell color.
Okay, so which
And Dawn, I was frantically doing some stitch lines on this while you were
But
showing
Kelly,
the
what
bells,
a great idea!
but-
I love it.
But yeah, I think it's kind of neat. It would show up a lot better on a darker tree, but
Oh, that's
it just
really
gives you
cute.
an idea. And I do think kids would like making these, Dawn.
Glitter paper for a formal dinner. Wow, you guys have wonderful ideas. Ooh, I love
So
them
my
all.
sister's watching. My husband just walked in. I don't know what he's doing, but
They're all checking up
they're
on
all
you,
here.
Kelly.
They're all here. So thank you. I want to especially say thank you to Leanne. She made all of our samples. This was her original design that she brought to Memory Bound. Dawn, we're so lucky. We have lots of creative people here.
We are
And-
very lucky.
And I should thank my husband for drilling these holes for me last night.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
when it was about 10 o'clock and I asked him where the drill was. I'm like, do you know where a drill is? So
Very fun. And Tiffany, it's not a kit, but it is a pattern. What we have is the tree patterns. You get 4 different sizes of tree
Megan's
patterns.
back.
They're on 12 by 12 paper, and they are $3.49. And I'm trying to get to the second page
Here,
here
Dawn.
so you can see. And it's the same pattern for the accordion trees or the stitch trees. And you can use any paper you want that matches your decor. That you
Yeah, you
red,
might have
green,
paper.
yellow, blue.
get your paper out, make some trees.
The crocodiles are $36.99, and they are, as you saw, very heavy duty. They will punch through. How many layers do you think?
Oh
that
my
tree
gosh,
is?
I can tell you, Dawn.
Yeah, she's counting. So it does punch through a lot, and it 15 layers of paper, and it punches through coasters. They're really
It also
heavy
sets
duty.
eyelets too, so it's kind of, mine's green because it's an older one, but it does work. It's a basic tool to have in your, I was going to say your classroom, in your workroom.
But yes, and Kelly mentioned too that they do set eyelets. They set the small size eyelet or the larger size eyelet. If you've got any of those, they're really fun, and those are great for tags, to put your eyelets in the top of your tags.
Someone was just asking about that yesterday. They were going to set some eyelets.
Oh my gosh. Elaine is having a root canal, and she's trying to think of all the options to making a tree while she's having a root canal. Oh my gosh.
Okay, we've had people out in the tractor. We've had people in the Disney line yesterday, Dawn, at Epcot.
Oh my gosh.
People driving on a bus trip. People in a trip in their cars. It's
funny.
crazy.
Kelly, can you tell us where to find the patterns online?
Yes, I can. If you go online and go to shopping and go to instructions and guides, it's in there.
Okay. All right. And let's see, was there anything else? Seems to me, wasn't there something we needed to go look at?
There was the mail, Happy Mail.
Happy
stamp.
Mail. Okay.
Just point out, if you have a star punch, that would make a good topper too. A snowflake or a star punch or any other shapes, really.
Very
Whatever
good.
you like.
Very good. And so on the beach, who's on the beach and didn't take us with them?
Huh? You need to come and get
Lori,
Dawn.
Oh my gosh. I'm jealous.
Dawn, here is is it Mary Mail? Is that-
Mary Mail,
Mary
yes.
Mail. It's $23.99, and we do have the dive that goes with it. That's $28.99.
Awesome.
It's really cute. Teresa picked this out. And if you're talking about mail, we probably should show this postcard.
Yeah, that's
perfect.
a good one.
Perfect.
So you can make your own postcards, your own holiday postcards or birthday postcards,
Good for
whatever you
journals
want.
too. I really like it. Okay, so Dawn, it's Friday. It's the last video of the week, and we'll be back on Monday. But our holiday open house event continues, and tomorrow we're going to be here early at 8 o'clock. So we're
Yep.
open 8 to 5 tomorrow.
If you're coming to town
Yeah.
for the Santa's North Pole Village,
Big
we're
time
open.
in Ankeny tomorrow.
Yes.
Do you remember how many people that draws? Like
I don't know.
thousands
Yeah.
of people come. It's
Yeah.
at 3 different schools and lots of vendor. Oh, it's 4 now?
Amanda
Oh
Amanda
my
called and said,
gosh.
Mom, did you know it's at 4 schools? I'm like, no, I did
Oh
not
my
know.
gosh. So things are going to be hopping tomorrow here in Ankeny and here at Memory Bound. So if you're in the area, stop in and see us. We'd love to have you come in.
Okay. Carolyn asked what size hole you made for the crocodile. Was that the 1/8 inch?
I use the smaller one.
the smaller.
Yeah.
Okay, so the crocodile does 2 size holes, and you would use the size that matches your dowels. So
Yeah.
if you're using the thicker dowels, maybe you
Go
have
bigger.
go bigger, go home. Or if you're using the small,
Now, Dawn, if you don't have a crocodile, what you can do is you could
going
maybe,
this way?
yeah, let's go this way, I guess. Sorry. If you don't have a crocodile, you could use your hole punch and measure very carefully, and you could probably like fold your paper, measure in the middle, and do it
2 at a
Yeah.
time. Sure,
So you could do that. You can make it work.
that's a good
We
suggestion.
don't want you to not make trees because you don't have a crocodile at home.
Okay.
So, any other questions?
We close at 4 today. We're open 8 to 5 tomorrow. And let's see,
we'll be
Donna's
here Sunday.
sister's coming tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Lisa's going to be here tomorrow.
Wow. Well, Dawn and I are going to be here tomorrow
And
too.
Kelly and I'll be here tomorrow, so we
And
can't
lots of
wait
other
to
staff.
see you. We're looking
And
forward to
Janet's here
you.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So we're really excited because we got Janet helping us out on the floor tomorrow.
And could you just show them the crocodile one more time?
I would love to. Let me grab a coaster, Dawn, because these are the little coasters that you see a lot of times that people put paper on and they decorate them, give them as gifts. And they're thicker. They're just like if you went to a bar and had a beverage, and this is what they use. So the crocodile has 2 holes. There's the larger hole, and here's the smaller size punch. Now, what Katie talked about was these guides. There is a guide here. I don't know if you can see that. She uses these a lot for her. Well, she made a coaster book. So you can set the guide so it always goes into the same amount. It stops it. I didn't have my guide set because I didn't need it for my project. So you can punch right there. This is a small one.
That's the 1/8.
And here is the larger one.
I think that's 3/8.
So can you
here,
see?
wait.
Can you see that?
And you could go all the way around to the edge and weave ribbon through it. And
Oh my
that would be
gosh.
so fun.
You could.
Where is the tree pattern again, Kelly?
It's online under shopping and then guides and instructions.
Okay, guides and
There were
instructions.
instructions and guides. I'm not sure which, but something like that. Any other questions about the trees?
And then
I didn't talk about the eyelet setting.
we'll just
So then right up here, everybody thinks this is where you punch, but that's not. That's where you're going to set eyelets. See, that doesn't punch through. So different size eyelets, you move these little squares around, these little blocks, depending on what eyelet you have. And then, where's that package, the crocodile?
I think it might have just
So then you set your eyelet in here, and then I should have brought an eyelet, and then you would go squeeze it, and it presses your
pinches.
eyelet, pinches it, and fans out the back. There's a picture back here, Dawn, I think.
Can you please give me a demo on how to set an eyelet using the crocodile? The crocodile.
We can do that.
That's
We
funny.
can do that another time.
Yeah,
too.
I don't have any eyelets handy, but we certainly can do that.
But it kind of shows you here the different eyelets that you can set. And I thought maybe it showed. You can't really see the eyelet in there very well, but they've taken the eyelet that's laying in the paper, and then they slide it in there and press. Here, press.
Here, press. Yes,
Press.
we need to see your motions.
And then it will spread out the back of the eyelet, and there's the final. So that's not a very good demo, but we can show that sometime.
All right.
Be happy to.
Very good.
I think eyelets are coming back. I think they're really fun to
Very
use.
good. Carolyn, if you have questions, I think she's been a little frustrated, but Carolyn, if you give us a call, we can certainly walk you through that and
with the eyelets?
and help you get you what you need. If you really want to make these trees, we will make that work for you.
Oh, for the trees. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, and hope to see you this weekend. Have a great one.